Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO, travel career coach from careersonvacation.com. I have the amazing Catherine Morgan from Bucket List World Travels here this morning. Catherine, how are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thanks for coming to the show. Catherine's a recent graduate of our Careers on Vacation program, and I just wanted to share your story with our community. Can you tell me a little bit just about where you were before taking our program and where you are now?
Sure. Well, my career has been in the mortgage and investment banking business for about 20 years, with about 10 of that being in management, executive management. And, I had done that. I had fulfilled my goals and had spent a lot of 60-hour work weeks plus in that business. And there were a lot of things that I enjoyed about it, but I enjoyed travel more, and I wanted to be able to start spending more time with my family and, elderly family members, and just explore that. And I also wanted to be able to earn an income, but still live overseas. And so all the things that I love, overseas travel, and, I just wanted to explore something that would enable me to earn an income, but still pursue my other passions.
Something that you love, turn your passion into profits and and I get that because, for so many years, I worked in corporate and had my travel business hobby level size. You came from not knowing the travel industry, working those long hours, doing the daily grind. And while it's amazing, it feeds our families, at some point you get to that place where you're like, what do I really love? What do I really want? So I love that. And I love when we take someone who's totally not in the industry and kind of work through the program, which is most of our, a lot of our base for our very new ones. So that's amazing. What was your biggest win or celebration through taking the Careers on Vacation program?
Probably the biggest one for me was just, I didn't understand the whole social marketing side of it. I mean, I have social media accounts, but not using them in a business format. And I didn't understand kind of how to market my business. From coming from the corporate world, I understood how to organize and plan and manage and even set up from a business perspective, but I didn't know how to market a business. And so for me, that was the biggest part and takeaway of the course. I learned so much. There is no way I would have been able to figure all of that out on my own. I mean, eventually I probably would, but it'd probably take me years. And I can already tell you, my social media savvy children have said, Mom, you're doing things right, and which I'm glad to get the approval of the millennial crowd. So
I love that so much. And that's so true because, we all have social media, and I've never heard it put in that way before, but it's not just being a travel agent. It's you need to learn how to run an online business. So having the social media tactics, how you optimize, having the roadmap, I think, is what is helpful. And I love that your kids are like, wow, if we impress them, we're obviously hitting the mark, right? I love that.
Yes.
I love it.
Great.
And one of the things, Catherine, that we have integrated in our program is mindset. We're really working with you to, you've come from a corporate environment or whatever environments people are coming from. We meet them where they're at in their mindset and say, okay, you're going to be a CEO of a travel business now. Like, what does that mean? And what did the mindset work do for you or your business as you went through this process?
Well, the mindset and the affirmations really helped just to get me motivated on those days where it was really a challenge. Right when I started the program, probably about less than a week, I had a family member that had very serious medical issues. So my attention was diverted probably for a good month. And I had to, once that kind of all settled down and had to get back into it, I had to do my daily affirmations just to be like, give myself some grace and to help get my mind back into building my business. And, it's just helped me each day. Some days are easier than others. And, I have to reinforce, all the great things that I've accomplished in my business since I've started. And I think we lose sight of that sometimes when you get down into the weeds and you think you're not doing a whole lot. But in reality, you've created a whole business. You're functioning, you're doing marketing, you're doing the financial side of it. And that's a lot to accomplish in a 12-week period. So it's helpful just to keep moving. And, I wish I would have done more of that probably on my corporate side, because there were days obviously on the corporate side was just a challenge. And I think it's just a really good methodology to keep yourself in the right mindset to keep going.
Yeah, I love that. And problems always come up. Life happens. And when you go through something tough, it's like, how do I stay on track? And one of the reasons we have that in the program is I recognize you guys are working from your offices at home. You don't have a community when you move out. I mean, corporate for what it is, there's other people there. So when you move into that solo environment, it's really like, how do I, keep myself in that high vibration so you can have the most success possible?
Absolutely.
I'm glad that was a support to you, especially when it's difficult stuff that pops up. That's the hardest.
Yeah.
On top of normal mindset, right?
Yeah.
So Catherine, at the very beginning, when you found us, how did you find us originally? Do you remember?
Let's see. I think I was just, trolling on the internet. I think Google of, how to become a travel agent, something along those lines. And I came across, one of your YouTube videos, and then, saw your name pop up. And I believe I even watched one of these additional COV case studies. And I watched 2 or 3 of those. And I thought, I can do this too. Why don't I give it a shot and, see if they're willing to take me? And just thought I need to have a leap of faith and know that this is what God wants for me, just pursue my passion. So that's how I found it.
I love that. I always say that when the student's ready, the teacher arrives, no matter what different things you're doing in your life. Was it hard for you to like jump in, and kind of say, I'm going to do this? What was that process like for you personally?
It wasn't too difficult for me to jump in. I mean, there was a moment of, okay, this is a time commitment, this is a financial commitment, but I have to remember it's a commitment in myself. And regardless of the outcome, I'm going to learn something from it. Yeah. And so it's worth the time and energy and effort. And so once I made that commitment, then I was all in. And then, once I've gone through the program and I'm start sharing my business with my family and friends, sometimes I have to give myself a little bit of a push, to be bold and to let people know what I'm doing. But, once I got started, it was great.
I love it. I love that so much. And it's, I know, because you said my brother found me online. I love that you told me that. I hope it's okay that I shared that. And he's like, did you have a travel business? Like, I sure do.
That's right.
I love that so much. That was great. But he found you.
He found me, yeah.
Yeah, the joy of the whole thing is that we show you how to do that. And your family's like, oh, this is my sister. This is amazing. So, Catherine, what would you tell other people who are sitting on the fence? Like, they know they want to grow their business, and you were with other people in the mastermind that were growing their business, and you were brand new, kind of coming from, a different background. What would you tell someone in your position? They're sitting on the fence. They know it's what they need to really kind of get to the next level. What would you tell them?
I would say, take the leap of faith. You know what your passions are. You know what you're good at, and this is what you love to do. And any time and money that you spend will be an investment in yourself. And ultimately, that's just going to make you a better individual overall, and then just a better business owner. And you will find something within the program, wherever you are in your stage of your business, whether you are brand new or a seasoned agent, that you are going to find something that is going to help your business. And I have learned so much from just the new agents and their creativity, and from the seasoned agents in terms of the resources that they use. So many of the calls that I was on, I was like, oh, that is such a good tip. And I've implemented similar strategies in my business. And even now that I've graduated and I'm part of the graduate group, I still reach out, and I'm still learning every single day. And I know that there's no way I would have found all this information on my own. So instead of spending countless hours trying to figure it out, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Utilize the strategies that other people are using. And you know what? You're probably going to discover something that others aren't aware of, and you can share it with them. And I just think it's a wonderful way to help build a business.
I love that. Yeah, save yourself years of pain and suffering, and
Absolutely.
thousands of dollars you'll waste doing things you don't know what works and what doesn't. I've already figured all this out that doesn't work. I've already spent all the money. 25 years. We just celebrated. I just celebrated in terms of when I started in the industry. And let me tell you, I always say, like, if I could take my exact program and give it to myself, oh, the time and pain and suffering it would have saved. But that's why we do what we do at Careers on Vacation now, to give you guys that roadmap and take people who have that big passion and how do I possibly turn this into a fully functioning business that is supporting my lifestyle and what I want to do. So that's amazing. Guys, if you are in like Catherine's shoes where she was 12 or 13 weeks ago, you're thinking about starting or growing your travel business, reach out to us at careersonvacation.com/ready now, and you can apply for the program, go through the same process Catherine did. It's just a discovery call to understand what your goals are and see if it's a match to work together. We do have super limited spots in the program as we grow, and for those of you who may have seen the announcements that came out this week, we just added 3 experts and 2 mentors. Not because I'm stepping back from the program, you're still gonna get everything you always did, but we're gonna be doing even more stuff, because I would say my job is to help you make the most money in the least amount of time, and I'm serious about that. That's why we have the roadmap and the strategies and teach you how to implement this stuff. So Catherine, thank you so much. It's been such a joy to have you in the mastermind. I've loved watching you on the calls, and every week, like, your office gets a little more travel stuff, and now you have this perfect backdrop. I love it so much because you're just fully embracing this new travel life that you're embarking on, and you know we're your cheerleader for life, and we're gonna continue to see you over in the grad group. So thank you for participating today.
Thank you, Cyndi. I just love the program and love you and just appreciate everyone in it, and thank you again.
Oh, I love you so much too, and it's been a pleasure. And of course, we're staying in touch because I'm your mentor for life.
Yes.
All right, Catherine, we'll talk soon. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, bye.